Morning, Space Engineers. Welcome back to Cascadia Dreams and a Space Engineer Survival playthrough. Let's get right into it. Since our last episode, just been doing some cleanup work. Brought Mom Bear over here. Her presence actually right here is actually triggering the spotlights, so we'll have continual spotlight in the hangar for the time that she's here. Notice the different marks. I moved some stuff around, moved the ships around, whatnot. Some different marks on the floor. That's just for planning ideas. I went ahead, I have welded up our industrial side here. I have added the robot factory. Just to grab some superconductors so that we could get our yield modules done. Painted them up, and so this side is ready to go, and grabbed, of course, a whole bunch of materials from the pineapple, so we could continue working over here. We've got a lot of stuff to do downstairs because I also got to work drilling. I start to put a floor down here so we can start doing stuff off of this, but I drilled out this section here. I made one change to the layout here. I moved these tanks out one block each this direction, just to provide an area we can have kind of as a path down the middle. And I cleared out most of the ground underneath our hangar bay, and now you probably see why I have the marks here. We're going to be laying out conveying and stuff for this hangar so that we can dock our ships. And that's why these marks are here. That's why I kind of moved some stuff around so I could figure out where I'm going to be putting connectors in the meantime. So the spots with the red X, this is where I'm going to put connectors for right now. This is going to be for the big guy here. And these can change, of course. All these spots here are basically, you know, if we were putting large cargo containers or hydrogen tanks, I'm going to spread out. So it just kind of gives me an idea of the layout. Of course, with the, these are moved out. This will change. These are just reference markers. That's all they are. So. So we do have Mom Bear is going to be taping, and we're going to get to work laying out the conveying here. I've also got some other stuff on our list that I would like to get done today, but we're going to lay out conveying and pathways down here. We're going to add a couple more large cargo containers, and then here, let me go. I think I can get out this small hole here. There we go. We're also going to build up where these blue reference marks are. We're going to bring the piping up to put the connectors for our miners. We're going to have 4 miners that do our automated collection for us, and do that. So we'll include that in our routing here. After that, we've got a wreck detector that I want to collect. It's the one that's nearby here that I accidentally captured off camera before last week's episode. We just want to go grab it and bring it so we can. It looks pretty neat, but I've not seen the design before, so I haven't really got a chance to dig into it. So. Let's go ahead and get started on this. We'll get the time lapse going, and I will be back in a minute. Oh, what a sleep. I didn't think I could be that tired.
Hey you, did you sleep well?
Well, like the dead. You?
pretty well. I laid down shortly after you went to sleep.
Good. Did you get a chance to check out the footage?
I did.
And how did it turn out?
Well, I was going to tell you, but you were already asleep when I checked it.
Okay.
There wasn't any
Any what?
footage.
What? How was there no footage?
It appears shortly before we started recording. Spectator Cams, Inc. pushed out a firmware update. We had already turned off notifications, so we didn't know. The cam was in the middle of an update when we began recording.
Oh. Well, that was a ton of work that didn't get documented then. I didn't turn on my suit cam because the spec cam had such a good shot.
Well, there's nothing we can do about it now. Just summarize it for the viewers. I'm sure they'll understand.
I sure hope so. Well, I guess I should get to it. Hey, how's Cub doing?
Oh, they've been working all night. Think I heard them say something about loving the gravity here. I'm not quite sure. It's so hard to understand those beeps and whistles.
No kidding. You should hear him when he's mad. Well, I guess I better get to it then. I need to show everybody what we did. I'll see you later, Mom Bear. There's Cub, yay! Alright, guys. Well, I'm sorry that you guys did not get to see that time lapse. I thought we had a really good setup there, and I think it would have been great. But I apologize for the recording issues. So let's go ahead and head down here and cover what I had kind of previewed what was going to be the plan. As you can see, Cub has been revived for this playthrough, and he is really digging it and doing great. So, as I had said in the intro, I had moved these tanks out so that we could spread things out, and we laid out conveying, not to all of the reference marked areas, but we set it up in such a way that we should be able to work off of that if we need to. We did, as planned, add a couple more large cargo containers. Added some oxygen tanks in here. Even though this is a breathable atmosphere planet, it's good to have oxygen stored for ships. And we've got a couple more O2H2 gens on there. Tried to squeeze those in. And we added the hydrogen engines because we didn't have many batteries on this facility before we started adding stuff. So as you can see, these are very tired batteries, but they should be doing better. Let's see. Fully recharged in 4 hours. Good. Okay. Now that's not because of the hydrogen engines. That's because I also had to make some changes to our wind turbines. 2 wind turbines sitting here on the roof with not optimal efficiency was not going to do it for us. We've got a pretty good industrial setup set down there, and it takes some juice. So, of course, I had added the Robo factory, so that's why we've got Cub back. Also added a program block so that we can inventory manage using Izzy's inventory manager. So that's what this setup is for. I've had to make a few trips back and forth from the pineapple to bring materials because we ran out of iron so fast. Cub is working very efficiently, so we were going through iron plate pretty quick, and we still have all of this stuff up here to go through. But he is working hard. Did get our connectors going here. This is the spot we've got set up for our small grid cargo hauler. I am going to have to make a small change to this. I realized as I was putting some protective stuff down, my batteries are not symmetrical. Got one that's a little bit further out than the other, so I'm going to have to change that. We do have the connectors for our highly anticipated miners put together. Cub is working on getting everything patched up down there, but all but one of them are ready to go, and that is going to be a project we're going to be starting here very soon. And this is the wreck detector ping that was nearby that we went and picked up. Like I said, interesting. It is a hydrogen powered and ion powered small grid. I don't know if I want to call this a fighter. I mean, it could be a fighter, but this almost seems more like a strike vehicle. I have not been able to find any indication of what this particular platform's original name was. There's nothing in the controls here that would indicate what the name of this platform was, and of course it's been renamed Rex 501, so I can't. It would be difficult to find the source blueprint for this, but if I come across something, I'll try to see if we can find it. But this is a pretty cool looking little platform. Pretty neat. It would do great in space, and try to get it fixed up as best I can, make whatever modifications we need to. We have added something we needed greatly, a med bay, but we are still missing the medical components to do that, and that's going to require silver, which we do not have. We do not have a source of that either, if I'm correct, so we're going to have to find some. And that is, I'm afraid, probably what a lot of today is going to be. In the meantime, Cub is going to be doing a lot of work back here. So, and that's the point of having Cub. And like Mom Bear said, he really seems to be enjoying this environment much more than he has in our other playthrough. So I think this goes to show that the gravity of our current playthrough here is much more effective for using the AI enabled helpers. So, and that's probably why we were having issues in our One Day at a Time playthrough. Anyway, we will continue to add, I'm going to say like finishing touches to this, but I think we've got a fantastic layout right now for our industrial side, our storage, and I am now looking at what we can do over here. I was actually thinking of making these areas both here and on the other side sort of printer bay areas, I guess is the best way to put that. I was thinking about doing, I have never built, I can't say that. I have built a printer bay before, but it was, I think, as rudimentary as you could get. It was completely static. And what I was thinking of here was, you know, a printer bay that has, you know, we'll say moving parts that can pull a grid out from welders until it is finalized. I have never done that. Of course, the other one is actually so much simpler. So we'll see. We are gonna have to build a miner though, and we do have a miner plan. And what I will probably end up doing is we'll build the first one by hand, and that is going to be the viewer suggested name, the tardigrade, and also known as a water bear. And we are going to build one of those. I want to thank everybody that put suggestions for that in that reveal video or that build video in our create a build series. Thank you. There were a lot of great suggestions, but that one was I think everybody pretty much agreed that was a really good name for it. So we are going to build that. We're probably going to build that here on this platform. We are going to have to find a source of silver though, and to my knowledge I have not found one. We can take a quick look to see if I have. Oh, we do have one. It is 13 kilometers away. That's not too far, but that's still a pretty decent distance. Let's go ahead and mark that. That is not a bad color. Do I have any other? Nope. That's going to be a good color. We'll go ahead and do that one. I want to say that's back near our smelting facility. Oh, it's over near New Home. Okay. Oh, perfect. That won't be too bad. So, at least we've got that. But we do have a field over here. You can see those where it says the 2 own signals. There is a field of resources over there. Everything from dense iron, silicon, nickel, possibly platinum. There's gold over there. It's a fantastic area for resourcing, and it probably would not be a bad idea for us to build a refining center over there with some automated miners to go and collect said resources. So, but I don't want to spend too much time just telling you about stuff we did or that we're gonna do. I would like for us to actually do some. What do we have here? Mods, light cargo hauler. I don't want that to become an issue. Hold on a minute. We know mods can be pretty aggressive. So like the smaller version of the cruisers that they have. I don't think he's going to be coming toward us though. I think he's just going by. Not something we have to worry about. Our Monarch is obviously not repaired. And Cub has occasionally come down and fixed something on this. I do have a blueprint for the Monarch. We just need to figure out where to put a projector to get it on there. So other things I want to do is include getting start the planning, routing the piping from here. That we'll have inside our housing structure. And we are eventually going to make adjustments to what we've got going on in here. So, but, okay. Well, I just wanted to let you know what was going on. I'm going to put together a game plan for what we're going to do for the rest of this episode, and I'll be back in a minute, guys. Alright everybody, we're back after some unexpected, I'm going to say setbacks, just because we ran out of construction components and iron to make them. So I had to make some run over the pineapple. We are going to start a miner. Moved the Rec 501 over there to the side and set this up so we could start building this one by hand. This will let me, by having one built by hand, I will be able to build the printing bay to the appropriate size. So that's what we're going to do. We're already probably 20 to 25 minutes into our recordings, so we're just going to get started on this, push for a while, and hopefully we get it done. If not, we will pick up construction on the next episode, or I'll finish it off camera. But because Cub has been doing so well, we're running out of materials quickly, so I've actually stored Cub away so he is not working while we're doing this, and we're going to build this miner. So this is the tardigrade. Guys, my real life is starting to call, so I may have to put this off until a little later. I think what I'll do is I'll just work on getting this done off camera. I know that's not probably what you guys want to see or anything, but for whatever reason the projection keeps dropping out. I gotta keep going in and reloading the projection, even though I've got keep projection marked. Anyway, sorry about the lost footage from before. I really am. Trying to integrate these cameras has turned out to be a lot more challenging than I had expected. So whether we continue to stick with it, we'll see. But I appreciate you guys checking out the videos, the suggestions we've got. There's a lot of really interesting stuff we got going on here. Once we get these miners started, we get that printer bay set up. We'll be sending out a fleet of a fleet of miners to collect the stuff that we need. There's going to be a lot of stuff built off of this base, and I've come to realize this base is in a kind of challenging location for ground units, so we may have to build some bridges to get over some of these small canyons and washes. I forget the name of that, what I was thinking of, but and we're going to have to set up some sort of ice supply so that we can continue to maintain the tanks here and go from there. So we've got a lot of stuff going on here at this facility. It's going to be, I think the pictures in my mind are starting to coalesce. So I appreciate you guys watching the video. I really do. We'll get this miner built, start collecting some iron is really what we seem to be having an issue with. So we've got a couple deposits nearby. We'll take care of that. Cub is working out great. I think Cub is going to be doing probably the majority of the work around here, except for the individual things that I'm working on. I got to be careful to make sure to keep him from jumping in on that and messing with it. But we'll keep rolling. Thanks for checking out the video. Remember, if you like the video, or if you're feeling charitable, hit that like button. And while you're here, hit that subscribe and notification bell if you haven't already. And then if you know somebody that might like the content, go ahead and hit that share. And give them a heads up. And leave comments. I'm big on comments. So let me know if you got any suggestions, questions, gripes, that kind of stuff. And I'll talk with you soon. You guys take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And always, always be safe. Don't forget your visor. And don't forget the damners. I'll see you on the other side. But until then, I should go.